Okay.
How's everything in your world?
Busy.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Trying to keep up with everything. Too busy.
Where are you at this weekend calling games?
I will be at the lake.
Okay.
And Tipple's going to the London Bell Fountain game, and then we're doing the North Union Urbana game on the bowl.
Okay.
That'll be for the title there.
That is for the league outright?
Mad River, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Man, Urbana's had amazing turnaround. What, they have one win last year?
I think so, 1 or 2, yeah. 7.
7-2, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's coming in tonight, by the way.
Oh, is he?
Carleton is, yep.
Okay.
And here comes some of the kids. Okay. All right.
Broadcasting live at Ron's Pizza on South Main Bell Fountain and at PeakofOhioTV.com, it's time for Chalk Talk. Here's your host, Tyler Avila.
Good evening. Welcome to Chalk Talk here at Ron's Pizza on PeakofOhioTV.com. It's our weekly sports talk show as we welcome in several sports here throughout the high school season. Tonight on the show, we're going to talk some West Liberty-Salem boys cross country. We're also going to talk some Benjamin Logan boys soccer. And then to wrap up the show, we'll talk with the Urbana football program out here tonight. But first, we're going to talk West Liberty-Salem cross country. By the way, if you'd like to order Ron's Pizza tonight, 292-7775, right here on South Main in Bell Fountain. You're welcome to come in and join us live in person here, too. Mike Loudon is here with me right now. Mike is the head coach of the cross-country team at West Liberty-Salem for the boys. Mike, good evening.
Good evening. Thanks for having us on, Chad.
Well, you guys, again this year, wow, great season for you guys. Let's just talk about the season in general. How are things going there for you guys at West Liberty-Salem?
The season has been remarkable. The talent we have, along with the numbers that we have, the competition, just the depth. I mean, it's kind of been long time coming, building to this point, but it's been a great season, and it's exciting now to move into that championship season with the postseason coming up. So,
how many years coaching cross country for you?
This is my 17th year.
Okay, so 17 years.
Yeah.
Is this like the best you've seen, or?
I mean, I've had talented teams. This is by far the most depth that I've had on any team that I've coached. Our underclassmen are on another level. Our freshmen and sophomores. And then you throw in the senior leadership and the experience that they've had over their previous 2 or 3 years. It's kind of the perfect storm for us to potentially be the best team that we've had in my coaching career. But it's right there with a chance to do it here next few weeks.
Okay, now you guys have been ranked in the state most of the season here. Where are you coming in this week?
We're number 3.
Number 3 in the state?
Yeah.
Okay. Big meet last week. It was the league meet, the OHC. How'd that go?
It went well. I thought we ran – as a collective group, is our best overall team race of the year, and that's right where we want to be coming into the stretch run with 3 weeks left. So
well, let's talk about coaching and getting ready for the season and getting ready for all these meets. What does it take to put in for a full cross country season? What do you got to start doing when?
I mean, these guys, they're year-round runners, so they're doing indoor track over the winter. Some of them do play basketball, and then we get into track season, so that starts pretty much the middle of February. And then through their competitive season, a lot of these guys get to the state level, whether that's 4x8, 16, or 32. That's junior high. The 8th graders coming in as freshmen, plus the high school guys. So their season's ended in the 1st of June. They get about 10 days off, 2 weeks, and then we hit our 20-week training schedule there towards 3rd week of June, and we're in week 18 of that 20-week training schedule now. So it's a lot of miles and a lot of work, but, I mean, these guys – they don't question anything. They're bought in, and that's why they're having the success they're having right now.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about bought in. I mean, let's look at the success over the years. 17th year for you. You guys have won league titles how many times now?
This was the 12th in the last 14 years.
So, I mean, it's long sustaining for you guys down there, too. Is that why you're seeing this growth of so many? I mean, you guys are just reloading. You have to rebuild.
Yeah, you don't want to sound cocky about it, but, yeah, the culture's there. It really is, and the expectations are there, and that was set from the 70s to the 80s to the 90s, and then when I first took over, I mean, it was definitely at its lowest point, and it took a few years to build it back up, but the last 12 years it's been humming along, and it's awesome to see these kids have success and just come in with high expectations. They want to outdo the alumni that just graduated because it's almost they don't want to let them down, and yet they want to do better than they did, so it's kind of a competition within a competition with the guys they're not even competing with directly.
Now, I always wondered this, too. I mean, you're a cross-country coach, but you're also a basketball coach.
Yeah.
2 different ways to coach there. I mean, basketball, you can draw up plays, you can come up with defensive, offense, stuff like that. How do you coach running?
A lot more patience. A lot more patience. I mean, basketball, definitely my temperament is I'm a lot more hot-headed when it comes to basketball season. Enthusiasm's definitely there for both. The drive's definitely there for both. But they're two totally different animals. In cross country, it's for the most part, it's black and white. What you put into it, what you're getting out of it. In basketball, there's a lot of gray area. I mean, you could be a great offensive player, but a lazy defensive player, and you're trying to mix and match and marry the two together. And for running, you either have it or you don't. So it's a lot easier. I mean, there's definitely some stresses with coaching cross, but basketball, to me, there's a lot more stress, definitely. So,
what does the coach do on meet day? I mean, they're out there on the course. What are you doing?
Preparations. I mean, the hay's in the barn, as you would say, for the meet. I mean, I'm just kind of managing maybe the younger kids' nerves, talking through maybe some last-second race strategy as far as maybe a guy wants to get out a little harder or maybe make a move in the middle of a race. So just fine-tune some things, but for the most part, just sitting back and just kind of watching and enjoying as much as I can, though it's going a million miles per hour as it is with any sport I coach. So
we've had some pretty good weather this fall, but now recently we're getting into this stuff that we've got right now. How does that affect you guys?
Not at all. I mean, these guys are used to being out, and even though recently I've been in January and February and March when they're out running on 0, 5, 10-degree days, these 30, 40-degree days, or to them, it's pretty balmy. So, and I don't hear many complaints. It's just another a fine detail of just kind of being mentally tough. And even though the weather's not great, we can't control that. Just control what we can control, and the guys run with that. So
now, is it going to affect timing at all? I mean, will somebody run slower if it's windy or something like that?
It depends on the course. I mean, obviously this upcoming week we're at Districts, Cedarville, so it's wide open. Okay. So if the wind would be up, it could play a little bit of a factor, but at this level now, I mean, it doesn't really have too much. Obviously, rain has a big impact with footing, which we usually find out at Troy every year. It seems to be 2 to 3 inches of rain the night before, the couple days prior. But as far as the factors, no, it doesn't play too much into it at this point.
Okay. What's the next for you guys?
We have Districts this Saturday.
Okay. How does things look for that?
Going in, Botkins is really good. I think they're ranked 5th or 6th in the state right now, so that should be our main competition for a district title. After that, I mean, there's some solid teams, but we feel pretty good about where we're at going into Saturday. Okay.
Ranked 3rd in the state, so, I mean, we need to talk about, as you look forward there, too, can you guys make a run for a title?
Yeah, I mean, first goal is getting to districts and winning a district title. We haven't won that since 2018. We've had all runner-ups since, which is great. We were actually in Division II the 3 previous years, so this is our first year back to D3, which makes a huge difference. Competition's still really good, but the depth of the competition's not as good, so it gives us a fighting chance. Once we get the regional, last year we were regional runner-up, which was our best finish since '89. That was the last time we won a regional title, so our next goal is to try to get that regional title and then just get to the state meet. And I don't want to say what's going to happen, but we're in the mix with about 5, 6 other teams. If we have a good day, I mean, maybe that'll be that ultimate ending to the season.
Well, who are the big players when you're looking at state?
Right now, Ottawa Hills and Mount Gilead are the 1-2, and they've been the clear-cut 1-2 for the entire season. They have a lot of seniors on their team, unlike us, which we have a lot of underclassmen on our roster. But I would say those are probably the 2 favorites going into the state meet. Okay. So,
when it gets to this part of the season, do nerves come into play at all, or?
Yeah, I mean that's natural. They're all going to have nerves. I mean, I'll have nerves. They'll have nerves. Fortunate, we have a lot of guys this year. I mean, they're gamers. So if they do have the nerves, they don't really show it, because they repeatedly go out and do what they've been doing, whether it's this year or last year. They produce the times and the results that we've been looking for, and they're doing that. So the nerves aren't as much on the outside, but I'm sure as we get into the postseason, maybe they'll start showing up a little bit more when the level of importance goes up. So.
You guys are getting ready for Saturday. So what happens this week as you get ready for Saturday? What do you guys do?
Trying to just keep everything the same. We kind of changed up our training from years past, just trying to get it. We've had a lot of great conference, district, and regional meets. In the state meet, we haven't done as well, so we've kind of pushed things back, I would say, a week or 2 to where we're, I don't want to say peaking, but obviously performing at our best regional and state instead of just conference and district. Okay. So, but as far as the workouts, just similar, just we're a week delayed from the past.
Okay. So. All right, well, let's get some of the guys over here, whoever you want to have on, as we're talking to West Liberty-Salem Cross Country, boys cross country here on PeakofOhioTV.com. You can watch us online. Also, by the way, you can go back and watch this as it'll be archived as soon as
you guys can all come over. Seniors first.
So we got a bunch of runners here coming in.
Yeah, we have 16 on the team this year, which is our Last year we had 16. That's the highest number of runners we've had on a team in a season.
Okay. Well, that's going to be tough to squeeze everybody in, but we'll get as many as we can.
Just stay in there. We'll get a few guys.
Okay. All right. Who do we want to have talk here, Coach?
First off, we'll start with senior Owen Harrison.
Owen Harrison. All right. Go ahead and give him the headset there. Senior Owen Harrison. All right. Owen, welcome to Chalk Talk.
Hey,
well,
glad to be here.
Let's talk about your season. First of all, how's your season gone for you, personally?
So far, it's not quite gone the way I wanted it to, but overall, still pretty good. Have a career PR in the first 2 meets. Ran some pretty good times. So.
You say it hasn't gone how you wanted it to. What has not gone right for you then?
I was hoping to make a little more of a bigger jump sooner, and right now it's looking like hopefully more of a later season kind of jump. Okay. So I was hoping to get in close to the break 16 point.
Oh, wow. Well, what are you running now then?
16:30s, but I've done some really big drops in the past. Like my freshman year, sophomore year, I dropped like a minute, like 20 seconds.
Wow.
And then last year, like 40 seconds.
Man, those are some big drops.
Yeah.
All right, so how do you make these drops? I mean, I hear this all the time. I need to get faster. I want to get better. How do you make these drops?
I started running year-round, lifting year-round, taking really good care of my body, worked on my diet, started drinking a lot of water, as I now carry on a gallon jug a day, and I drink it throughout the whole entire day.
Wow.
And I've just done all the little things, and it's paid off.
How does lifting help you out?
So it's not necessarily lifting for like get big and bulky. It's more lifting like work on like muscles to like get like speed muscles, and overall it helps with building more of a base, because you can be fast but have nothing on you, but in order to get faster you have to have some muscle on you. It's kind of like with football. You can be good if you don't lift at all, but in order to get better you have to lift something at some point.
Okay.
Except now certain lifting exercises will allow you to work on more speed stuff, not just big bulky kind of building.
You're a senior, so I mean we're getting down to the last few meets here. What are you thinking about here as things are winding down here in your senior year as a cross-country runner?
I'm honestly really excited for this final few weeks. It's been since November 14th, 2019, since I decided I was going to start running year-round and try to be all in on it. So, yeah, going to be a little sad though when it ends, because it's something I've done for a while now.
Yeah. What got you into running?
To be honest, I really don't know, because my freshman year, during middle school, I didn't really like running that much. My freshman year, I was pretty set on playing soccer, and then I just decided to come out for cross-country conditioning during the summertime with my brother. Well, my mom kind of made me at first, and then because she didn't really like me sitting on the couch at home.
Yeah.
Because I had a broken foot prior to that. So I just went out, did some run with them, really enjoyed talking to everyone on the team, started competing, and then I ran like a 45-second PR for conference that year. And like for an 18:42, I was like, it's kind of fun. And it sort of started growing on me a little more. And I started thinking about it a lot more as the other guys were competing at state. I thought that would be kind of nice to be there at some point.
Okay. As you look back to your freshman self to now, what are some of the big differences that you've seen in yourself in the last 4 years here?
I've gained a lot of weight.
Okay.
As I went from like 110 pounds, if that, and now I'm like weighing 165.
Wow.
So yeah.
110.
Yeah.
For stiff breeze would blow you over at 110.
And then
He's a pretty tall guy.
And then now for while I was doing like all out miles, and I'm doing that now for like just my rep pace for tempos, pretty much. Okay. So yeah.
Wow. All right. Okay. All right. Well, let's get who's next over here.
Senior Michael Jones.
Michael Jones. Okay. All right. Senior Michael Jones, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Thank you. Well, welcome to Chalk Talk here. How about your season? Tell us about your season.
For me personally, my season's been pretty good. I'm not where I want to be just yet, but I have been dropping time each meet, so I'm on track to do something good this meet.
What's been your best finish this year?
Last week at conference, I finished with a 17:23. Let's see, my PR was sophomore year, which was a 17:13. But since I've been dropping time, I think that this meet I'll do something a little better.
Okay. How do you get better? How do you get faster? How do you drop time?
Mainly my eating habits and taking care of my shins. In the past, my shins have caused me a lot of problems with injuries and stuff like that, so it's been a lot of setbacks. But this year I've been working on taking care of my body.
Both of you said taking care of your body. I can imagine everybody's going to say that as well. You said eating habits. What are some of the eating habits that you got to do?
Less sugar and candy and more fruits and vegetables.
Less of the good stuff. And
yeah.
All right. So when it comes to that too, I mean, does that make you drop weight, and then you got to figure out a way to put more on, or how does that work?
I sit at a pretty consistent 115. I haven't gained or lost weight past 4 years, so I've been sitting pretty consistently.
Okay. What are you looking for this weekend out of the race?
Not sure really time-wise, but I'm looking to possibly kick someone off the top 7.
Okay. What do you like about this team?
Just the connections we have this year. The team it's probably the most connected I've felt to any organization, any team. People just get along really well. There's practically no drama. And it's just like another family of mine.
Okay. Personal goals for this year, have you met them, or what do you have out there?
Personal goals, time-wise, I have not met them, but everything else has pretty much passed my standards of what I wanted.
Okay. When you're out there on the course, you're running, what's going through your head? What are you thinking about?
For me, I have a lot to run for this year. I have a friend who passed away at the beginning of the year, so he's kind of been my motivation to keep moving, stay strong.
Wow, okay. All right, what do you want to do after school here?
So when I graduate, I plan to go to college. I want to be a teacher, probably math teacher. I want to teach algebra, and I also want to get a minor in sports management and come back and hopefully coach a team after Coach gets too old too.
All right, and I'll tell you what, you West Liberty guys, you all want to come back and coach and be part of the team too, which is pretty cool. And that's why this guy's been there for so long too.
Yeah.
So, all right, Michael. Well, thank you very much. Let's go to the next guy here. We might have to have you guys switch out here so we can get you on the camera.
Senior Michael Smith.
Michael Smith. Micah Smith. Micah Smith. Okay. Hey, Micah, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. You're a senior too.
I am. Yes.
All right. How about your season? Tell me how it's gone.
It's not the season I wanted, but it's the season I got, so I'm working with it. Pushing through.
Okay.
Seeing what I can do.
When you say it's not what you wanted, what's gone wrong for you?
I set myself some pretty big expectations this year. Breaking 17, I PR of 17:32.
Okay.
So that's a pretty big gap right there. I was sick a lot this year, injuries. That stuff just kind of pushed me back. Just being able to run, honestly, has been my new goal. Just trying to be on the team and just stay strong.
Just to get out there. What are some of the injuries you've had?
I've had some issues with my arch, my knees, shins, the basic stuff. All preventable, but, it's my own fault for not, preventing them when I could have.
How do you prevent stuff like that?
It's strength, like lifting, like Owen said. There's small muscles, ligaments that you can just do small little exercises, like minute, 30 seconds a day. It's a big difference.
Okay. What's it been like for you to be around this team? Have you run all 4 years then?
This is my second year with the program.
Second?
I've run 4 years, but.
Okay. All right. What's it been like being around these guys?
It's been a dream. Absolutely amazing. I came here looking for friends. I got brothers. It's better than I could have ever possibly imagined.
What's been, since you've been on the team for 2 years now, what's been your favorite meet or moment or something that's happened?
Ooh, that's a good question. Every day with these guys is fantastic. We've got a lot of good memories at camp. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say over air. Let's just say just the bonds.
Okay.
That's the best memory.
All right, I got you. As you look at your next couple of weeks here, it's going to be your last few weeks running as well. What are you thinking about?
What I can do, make myself better. It's my last season. I'm not going to be running cross country anymore. I want to be able to brag about how fast I run. People ask, what was your PR? I want to say something cool, say something fast.
Okay. What's the best piece of advice or coaching maybe you've received in the last couple of years?
Just, you're stronger than you know. We train our bodies to do absolutely insane stuff, but oftentimes it's the mind that holds us back. So if you can break past that mind barrier, then you can do anything.
Okay. What do you want to do when you're done with high school?
I have a few ideas. I'm not quite sure yet. Probably college. I want to be a film major.
Oh, wow.
So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Whatever.
Any particular film that you're interested in? Are you like
a
buff?
A little bit, yeah. I really want to just make movies, I see some of them, and I don't like them. I think I can do better. So
well, there you go.
We'll see.
Now you can do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, Micah, thank you very much. We got one more here, right?
Sophomore Quentin Rudolph.
Quentin Rudolph is a sophomore. Quentin, we're going to have you step over here. Okay, so the lone sophomore that's in the group right here.
Yeah.
Okay, Quentin. So how's your season going?
I'd say it's not quite what I wanted it to be, but it's definitely respectable. I ran a 17:22 my first meet. Haven't PR'd since.
Okay.
But ever since that first meet, I've wanted to break 17, get into the 16s, and that's been my goal this season.
Wow. Okay. Now, I mean, we've said 17s and things like that. Like, if you run like a 17 something, where are you placing here? What are you coming in? Are you coming in top 10, top 20?
I've been mostly, I'd say, top 20. I mean, it depends on the size of the meet. We had Centerville, and that was really something. That was a massive meet.
Yeah.
Some would say too big. A lot of kids got spiked and hurt because it was dark, too many kids, so a lot of accidents happened. But
wow.
Then we had some smaller meets. Got top 10 there. I think maybe it was top 20. I can't remember. But, yeah, mostly top 20.
What do you like about running?
There's definitely the pros and cons. There's running, which sucks. But then there's, like, the bond, like Micah and Michael previously said. And that's what makes it so great. I love running because of the bond that we have. And the coach that we have makes it so much more fun. And I love it because of that.
Okay. Because I got to tell you guys just, too, I mean, running, that's not a big fan of mine either, but it sounds to me like you guys really, really enjoy it.
Yeah.
What's practice like?
Well, today we had a tempo workout, which Micah is a big fan of. He loves it so much. It consists of running, and a lot of it. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's pouring down rain, and sometimes it's a beautiful sunny day. So it really changes a lot.
What got you into running?
In 6th grade, I did run club, and I was like, oh, man, this is kind of fun. I want to do cross country in middle school. So I did cross country in middle school, and I was like, man, I had a blast doing this. I want to try out cross country in high school, and here I am now.
Okay. I'm sure you guys talk about this as well. Mentally, you got to be pretty sound out there on the course, too. So what are you thinking about to get you through that race, to get you running faster?
I think the faster that I run it, the faster it's over. And that's what gets me through it. And it may work for some, may not work for others. You just have to focus in on something other than the running. That is also a really big thing.
Now, you got a couple years ahead of you now here, too. But, I mean, you're just a sophomore in here. What have you learned from these guys?
Just do the little things, lift, stretch. Ice baths are big. Just the preventable stuff is really major, preventing injury, sickness, stuff that can really be detrimental to your season.
Okay. All right, well, guys, thank you very much. I know you got some big meets coming up here, so best of luck to you, and thanks for coming out to Chalk Talk here.
Thank you.
All right, the West Liberty-Salem Big Orange, they're getting ready for the big meet this weekend. We'll be tracking them as well. They'll be sending the results to us here at PeakofOhio.com, and we'll get them on there as well. They're meeting this weekend. So we'll be back, and we're going to talk with Jamie Hughes and Benjamin Logan Soccer right after this on Chalk Talk at PeakofOhioTV.com.
The weekend should be for relaxing, and that means no cooking. Check out what's hot at Ron's Pizza in Bell Fountain. On top of pizzas, they have subs, sandwiches, salads, and lots of sides like breadsticks, garlic cheese bread, pickle chips, beer battered onion rings, loaded fries, and more. Check out a specialty pizza this weekend. Ron's Pizza is ready to cook for you. Call 292-7775 or stop by and dine in on South Main Bell Fountain. See more and a menu online at Ron's Pizza's Facebook page.
It's a new day, Benjamin Logan. Benjamin Logan. More than a school, a community. It's a new day, Benjamin Logan. Benjamin Logan. More than a school, a community.
Welcome back to Chalk Talk. We're live at PeakofOhioTV.com. We're here at Ron's Pizza on South Main Bell Fountain. It's hopping in here tonight, 292-7775. You can give them a call. You can also swing by and dine in person if you'd like to, or keep watching us online, too, at PeakofOhioTV.com. We're here with Jamie Hughes right now. He's the head soccer coach at Benjamin Logan for the boys team. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You guys have had a nice season this year. Let's talk about the season. How's it gone for you?
It was a challenging year. We lost some really valuable seniors last year, and I think coming back, we did all the numbers, and I think every league team through all 11 league schools had more returning as far as scoring and starters and that kind of stuff coming back. So we kind of thought that people might overlook us a little bit or say, they've had their 2 years, they're going to drop off a little bit. And deep inside, we're like, they may not know what's coming, because we knew that we had some good guys who didn't get as much playing time last year, but we were pretty deep last year. And we knew that some of those guys would step up and be able to perform. In our first league game, we go out and knock off Northwestern, who we know is going to be one of our toughest opponents. And that kind of gave us the confidence right there to kind of go forward and do what we did. We stumbled along the way a little bit, got some ties in there that we might have thought that we could have won. It came down to the last game of the season, and we had to wait and watch the Northwestern-Urbana game.
Okay.
And we needed Urbana to get a tie or a win to share or win it outright. And I'll tell you, watching someone else play for your league title is difficult. But Urbana came through and they knocked them off, and that gave us the outright title. So we did what we needed to do. We beat the 4 division schools, and it was a difficult winning season, but very rewarding on the three-peat.
Wow. So what's it take to build a winning program? You guys have been successful for a few years now.
It's a lot of hard work. A lot of getting the kids to buy into what you're trying to get them to do, and we have some incredible kids that work hard in the off season, and this has started when these kids were in middle school. So me and Chad, we kind of took over our middle school program. I guess it's been 6 years ago now. And we kind of revamped some things, reorganized, and started coaching our middle school kids. So when these kids were in middle school, we coached them like we were going to coach our high school kids. And I think that has kind of flowed into the system. And then they just do an incredible job of working in the off season and doing what we ask them to do during the season. So,
what does your team do well?
Well, apparently we play defense well. I've had other coaches talk about how, like, you guys are defensive-minded coaches, and even some of our community members go, hey, you guys like playing defense so much? Like, no. we have broken a record for shutouts, and Jake has a shutout record. Yeah. And we do make it difficult on our opponents to score, but that's part of how you're supposed to play soccer. So would we like to score more goals? Yes. Do we practice scoring more goals? Yes. Does it always work out? No. But these guys are incredibly competitive.
Okay.
And I don't know, we've got 10 wins on the season now, and I think 7 of them are by 1 goal.
Wow.
So we always just kind of find a way to win, and we knew that this team was special like that. We were down 1 goal against Urbana with 5 minutes left. And it wasn't looking good, to be honest. We found a goal to tie it up, and then we found another goal to win it with 2 minutes left.
Wow.
Josh Tipton scored a winning goal, and that just kind of got us rolling, and it's been a fun season.
You talked about defense. Doesn't your keeper have like 9 shutouts?
He does have 9 shutouts.
Wow.
And he's had a solid year. I think if you look, Brescian was our player of the year last year. He had 7 shutouts. We had 8 as a team. But I think our defense in front of Jake and in front of Brescian were just 2 different kinds of defenses. And I don't want to say anything less about the defense last year because they were phenomenal. But the guys in front of us, we defend with 11. We don't allow a lot of shots to be taken.
Okay.
Jake had 26 saves in the league. In 11 games, he made 26 saves.
Okay.
You compare that to some of the other keepers. He's come up big when he's had to.
Yeah.
But he got a shutout once he made 0 saves.
Wow.
And those are the kinds that you want as a keeper.
Yes.
And you love getting credit for those. And he's done a great job. But I think it's more of it's a team record.
Mm-hmm.
He gets his name on it, which is awesome for him. But in the end, it's 10 wins. It's another CBC championship, and it takes all of them to do that. So.
And you're right. I mean, when you hear shutout, you think a keeper and stuff like that, but it takes a lot of guys to make that happen. And, boy, you're not giving up a whole lot of shots on goal then.
Not on goal. I mean, we give some shots up, but they're typically shots that we want you to take. A little bit further out, a little bit more under pressure. You're off balance. You're not necessarily going to get it on goal. And if you do, our goalie's good enough that he's going to stop it. So,
as you look at your team now, you just won a tournament game the other night. So, I mean, you're off to the next round. What do you have to get better with? What do you got to do better?
We're going to have to finish a little better. But we've been saying that for 17, 18 games now. You know, in that game, you know, Josh scored a goal about midway through the first half, and that kind of gave us the lead. We had some other opportunities, but they didn't go in for us. But again, our defense makes that hold up. You know, the wind was crazy on Monday night, blowing in one direction. We got the win the first half and got our goal. Was hoping that we could maybe get a couple more, because Cohen. Okay, now you've got to shut out Kenton Ridge, who, by the way, we hadn't beaten since 2007.
Wow.
There or Holmes. They've had a run at us here for a while. So, you know, they're well coached. They've got good kids. We knew that it was going to be a battle, and to hold them off. A testament to our team. With all of that win, they got 2 shots on goal the whole second half.
Wow.
So, I mean, we did what we needed to do to hold them off, and we actually had some opportunities going the other way. But we're going to have to finish against Graham. They're a good team. They got 2 kids up top that can score. Their defense is tough. Their goalie is top-notch. We got them 2-0 at our place in a rain-crazy lightning game. It's going to be a war tomorrow, but, you know, I like our chances. So.
Okay, and that's at your place, right?
Yeah, it's at our place, yep, because they upset Milton Union. So we're the higher seed.
All right.
So they come to us.
Okay, so, I mean, you don't want to look ahead, but I got to ask, what lies next if you win tomorrow night?
Carroll, number 9 team in the state.
Oh, okay. That would be the sectional
that
final?
That would be, well, now they've kind of revamped how they name things. So tomorrow is technically the sectional final.
Okay.
The next game would be the district semifinals.
Oh, all right.
So it would be against Carroll, most likely. They would have to beat Springfield Shawnee, who hasn't won a game all year. But likely it would be Carroll, and that game will be at Kettering Fairmont on next Monday at 7 o'clock. So you do have to kind of look ahead. It's just a tournament, but you can't overlook anybody either because, I mean, Graham's going to be good. Yeah. That's going to be a war. So,
what do you like about coaching?
Not necessarily this exactly, but that. It's where, you know, our 2 coaches are here. We're hanging with our guys. You know, I get to teach in the building, so I'm real fortunate to be able to have that relationship build with the guys in the classroom as well as on the soccer field. So you get to know parents a little bit better. You get to know the kids a little bit better, and that's for all the sports. I mean. The girls program, boys program, and then the football guys and the cross country guys, and just all of athletics. When you get to teach and then you're coaching, it just all kind of meshes together, and it's all one thing. So I don't say I teach math, I don't coach. Like I'm just there with the guys, and you know, we're all getting through it together. So
okay. Well, let's bring in some of the players.
Sure.
Come on over and we'll talk to them here. Talking with Benjamin Logan Soccer here on Chalk Talk, PeakofOhioTV.com.
I'll let you talk to Jonas Hoffman first. He's senior captain.
Okay.
He plays center defense for us.
Okay.
So, you know, he sees a lot of those shots that are coming.
Gotcha. All right. All right, Jonas. Step right in here in the middle. Okay. Jonas, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you're senior?
Yes, sir.
Defense.
Yep.
All right. What makes the defense so good? Because your coach was bragging you guys are awesome on defense.
I think one of the craziest stats over defense over the last 2 years is the amount of shutouts we've had. Over the past 2 years, we've broken the shutout record twice. I think that just makes a big point of how our defense has been.
Yeah. What makes a good defense out on their field? What do you guys do?
I think a lot of it is being like in the right spot at the right time.
Okay.
And then also like being able to communicate with each other and like making sure like when one person's up, the other person's covering. Just making sure all spots are covered at all times.
A lot of communication out there. A lot of communication.
Yep.
Okay. What do you like about playing soccer?
I think it's just such a different sport than everything else because, like, one, like, you're always playing. Like, it's not like you're playing 10 seconds and then it stops. And also just, like, how much creativity goes through the game and how much it's not just you're designing one play and playing it. There's so many just different things you can do.
Okay. How good is this team?
This is definitely one of the best teams I've ever played on. And to win the CBC 3 years in a row, it takes a lot of talent, a lot of time.
Yeah. Well, when did you start playing soccer?
I started playing when I was, I think, 7, back at County League.
What do you like most about playing soccer?
I just like being out there and playing games, competing against people.
All right. What's your favorite part of this team here? What do you like about these guys?
I like how we never give up. I just think I've never been on a team that can be down and just have things going wrong, and we always find a way to fight back. Because I remember 2 years ago in the tournament, we were down 2-0 to Shawnee at halftime, and it was a team that killed us earlier in the year and won the league, and we came back and scored 2 goals and beat them in a shootout that game.
Oh. Personally, for you, what's been your favorite in the last 4 years of being high school soccer?
My favorite memory?
Yeah.
Probably last year's championship game when we beat Northwestern, because it was a home game, and we probably had upwards of 100 or 200 people there, which is huge for a soccer game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. You play any other sports?
Yeah, I play basketball.
Okay, so you're going to be getting ready for that here before too long, but of course you want to keep going with this as much as you can.
Yeah, I hope so.
Any thoughts about what you want to do when you graduate?
Yeah, I'm planning to go to Cincinnati next year to study computer science.
Okay. Any particular reason computer science?
It just always interested me and fascinated me because I feel like that's a lot of how the future is going to be.
You're right about that. That's for sure. Okay. All right, Jonas. Thank you very much. We're going to bring in somebody else here now. All right. Whoever wants to step up next. Okay. All righty, sir. Your name is?
Joshua Tipton.
Joshua Tipton. Okay. So you are more of an offensive guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you a senior?
Yes.
Okay. I think you just got first team CBC, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you.
Talk about your season here. What do you think of the season so far for you guys?
I think the season was good. I feel like there was a lot of good and bad that came from it. We won the games that we needed to win. So we went undefeated in our side of the league, but I feel like against the other side, we got another chance to replay them. I think we could beat them all, but just some of those games just did not go in our favor this year.
Okay. For you personally, have you had any goals? Have you met those goals, or are they still out there?
My goal was just kind of get another win, another championship win.
Okay.
So I mean, my goals have been met.
All right, I got you. When you're out there on the offensive side, what are you looking for on the field? What makes a good offensive player in soccer?
I'm always looking for the next pass, or if I can get through and get on the goal. So if I can't find that pass, I'm just going to try to go for goal and get a goal. Doesn't always work, but.
What's a misconception about soccer? I mean, people that sit in the stands, they might think one thing, but they get out on the field is different. What's a misconception that we don't know about it that goes on out there?
I feel like a lot of people think it's an easy sport, but I feel like it's very I feel like it's a pretty tough sport to play. It's very rough, and I mean, it's just pretty hard to play because people think just passing the ball is easy, but a combination of passes is a lot harder than you think.
Got to be in shape too.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of running going on for you guys. A lot of banging down on the field, right?
Yeah.
You guys aren't wearing pads either.
No, they typically fall off of my shin guards too.
Okay. As you look back on your career here, do you have a favorite memory, a favorite game?
I think it was this year when we were playing Urbana. It was early, but it was one of those games that really mattered at the end of the season. We were down 1-2 at 5 minutes left to go, and we came back, and I scored the game winner with a minute left to go. So it was a fun goal.
What's it like when you score a goal? I mean, you see this on TV, these guys go crazy.
I mean, sometimes I wish I could do crazy stuff like that, but it's just high school. I mean, it feels good, but I wish it felt better sometimes.
Well, if it's a game winner, I'm sure it feels a little better.
Oh,
right?
yeah, it felt good at the end, but I wish there was a huge crowd to run to.
Yeah. What are your plans after school?
I've actually enlisted into the Marines.
Nice. Okay. So you've got your future planned ahead. Are you looking at a full Marine career, or is it a path to something else?
I kind of want to do anything that has to do with aviation. So
okay.
The job I picked is avionics. It's aviation technician. So
okay. Any particular reason why you chose the Marine Corps?
Just a challenge, I guess.
Oh,
Look the hardest.
Well, they'll challenge you. There's no doubt about that. All right. Are you doing anything to prepare, or are you just going to go straight there? Are you doing any early stuff for the Marines, or?
Oh yeah, like I've just been preparing like physically, and there's not really a good way to mentally prepare for it.
No, they're going to put you to the task, that's for sure. Well, as you, what do you like about these guys behind you and your team? Tell me a few things about the team.
I think since all these guys were on like the first like championship team for Ben Logan, I feel like it's just kind of a connection we all share, because like no other team's been there like where we're at right now, so it's just like a different kind of connection with your teammates when you win stuff this big.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Josh. Well, we're going to bring in somebody else. You guys want to talk? Yeah. All right. Come on up. Who's next? Joshua Tipton right there. Benjamin Logan Soccer here on Chalk Talk on PeakofOhioTV.com. All right, sir. Your name is?
Jacob.
Jacob. What's your last name, Jacob?
Roth.
Roth. Okay. And you play where?
Goalkeeper.
Oh, you're the goalkeeper.
Yep.
Well, then you've got credit for a lot of good things this year.
Yeah.
So you've got the record now.
Yep.
What's it like to have the record for most shutouts in a season?
It feels amazing. I always looked up to Brescian and tried to be better than him, and I always wanted to just, I guess, take his position, and I just wanted to be better than him. It feels great.
What grade are you?
I'm a junior.
Junior. All right, so you got another year left. All right, what makes a good goalkeeper?
You gotta be like really calm. You need to be vocal. Good hands. Reading the game really well, and knowing your teammates, knowing where they're strong, where they're weak, and paying attention to the other team, where their weakness is, what they like to shoot with, the right or left.
So there's a lot to go into it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's say the other team's coming down, they're marching into your territory. Are you saying stuff to your defense? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm telling them where they need to move to, where the pressure's coming from, what to watch for. If I can see that there's going to be a through ball or a cross, then the tone is coming, and be ready.
Okay. What's the best part of your game?
Just making saves and watching them succeed.
What do you need to do better?
I think I need to be more calm and not beat up on myself when I make a mistake.
Okay. Any penalty kicks against you?
A lot.
A lot?
There's been, I think, 3, right? 3 PKs.
Okay. And have you turned them away?
No.
All right. They're tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's probably the hardest thing to defend, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. What do you think about the upcoming tournament game? You got a big game tomorrow against Graham.
I'm confident in us. We beat them once. We can do it again. We just got to stay calm, pass really well, and they're going to fly at us the first 10 minutes, but we can take them down and move on.
Okay. What's your favorite part of playing soccer?
Winning and spending time with the team, celebrating with them.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe you can get number 10 tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
That'd probably be a victory, I'm sure, if you got number 10 tomorrow and then win the shutouts. That's pretty amazing, though. 10 victories on the year, 9 of them have been shutouts. And I'm sure, as your coach said before, it's the whole defense that does this.
Right.
So, well, congratulations. We're going to bring in one more guy here. And who do we have left? So go ahead and pass that to him. All righty. And your name is?
Graham Studebaker.
Graham. All right, Graham. You are what grade?
Junior.
You're a junior. Okay, so we're going to fix that for you, Graham. Okay, and you play where on the field?
I started off this season playing midfield, so controlling there, and then towards the end of the season, I moved up to forward again, which is where I played my whole life.
Okay, forward is like, so are you like offensive guy then?
Yeah.
Or? Okay. What makes a good forward?
Being quick, smart, being able to shoot the ball on frame.
Okay. Score many goals this year?
No, not really, but, you know.
A lot of assists? Not too bad.
Not too bad,
okay.
Yeah.
What about your team? What have you guys done well this year? As you look back on the season, what have you guys done well?
Fought hard, I'd say. Like, Urbana is a big example of, like, not quitting because we started the game up, and then they got 2 quick goals on us. And then, we pushed through to the end and won.
Okay. What's the best part about this team? What is the best, absolute best thing when you guys walk into the field, practice, or wherever? What's the best part of it?
The bond we share, because I mean we've been together. I mean this is my 3rd year on varsity, and I've spent varsity with these guys my whole time, and we have a special connection between each other. I feel like we can work off each other, and we listen well. And
what's it like with all this success? I mean, the Benjamin Logan boys team, I mean, you guys have taken a good turn over the last few years.
Yeah, I mean, my brothers, they played, and I mean, this is like the first time we've had winning seasons, First time winning CBC ever in our history back a couple years ago, so that feels really good.
Do you get to brag to your brothers a little bit about that?
I do, yeah.
Coach Hughes, what does he do? I mean, what does he do to get you guys to play well?
We're organized. He's always got us organized. He's always pushing us harder, Game plan, it's always there. He always is believing in us, which always helps.
Okay. As you get ready to take the field tomorrow night, what do you think? What are you guys going to say to each other before you go out for that big tournament game?
We got this. That's pretty much it. We got to believe.
All right, got to go do business.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, congratulations on the great season, all you guys. Fantastic season, league championship. Now you got to go get another win tomorrow night, right?
Yep.
Okay. Guys, thank you very much. That's going to wrap up this segment of Chalk Talk here on PeakofOhioTV.com. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back and talk some Urbana football with Coach Cotner right after this on PeakofOhioTV.com.
Hello, Benjamin Logan community. I'm Deputy Rick Herring. Along with my colleagues, Deputies Matt Robinson and Neil Rhodes, I'm very excited to be a part of the new day here at Benjamin Logan. The 3 of us have been entrusted with helping keep your children safe, and it's a responsibility we all take seriously. The year is off to a great start, so let's keep it going. Be kind, be safe, and be proud to be a Raider.
Benjamin Logan, more than a school, a community.
The weekend should be for relaxing, and that means no cooking. Check out what's hot at Ron's Pizza in Bell Fountain. On top of pizzas, they have subs, sandwiches, salads, and lots of sides like breadsticks, garlic cheese bread, pickle chips, beer battered onion rings, loaded fries, and more. Check out a specialty pizza this weekend. Ron's Pizza is ready to cook for you. Call 292-7775 or stop by and dine in on South Main Bell Fountain. See more and a menu online at Ron's Pizza's Facebook page.
Welcome back to Chalk Talk here on PeakofOhioTV.com as we are winding down here for the next 20 minutes or so. We'll be on until 8 o'clock here at Ron's Pizza, maybe a few minutes after. But we're enjoying the night out here. Busy night at Ron's Pizza, too, by the way. 292-7775, you want to give them a call. We're going to talk some Urbana football here right now. Coach Carleton Cotner is here with us. Coach, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Well, boy, I tell you what, you guys are the feel-good story of the year, I'd have to say, in the CBC. You're in your 6th season there, and for those that don't know, it's been kind of slim for you guys the last few years when it comes to wins. But now, 7 wins on the year. Wow, what a great season.
Yeah, it was tough, but these kids are resilient. Our juniors and seniors right now have gone through it, and they were playing from day one when they came in as freshmen. We took our lumps. They believed in the process. They went to work. And they've just been phenomenal. And while I know a lot of people are surprised, I think this group of kids, we knew it from the beginning that we were going to be special this year. We knew it, all summer. And I'm real proud of this group of kids and how hard they've worked.
I'll tell you what, I mean, you said it. I mean, when we covered some of those games, too, you guys took some lumps in here. What does it say to these guys that they kept coming back? I mean, sometimes you take some of those beatings, some of those kids are like, I'm not going to play anymore.
Yeah, it's hard, and when you're not winning, it's easy for that kind of stuff to happen. But this group, we laid out the vision. They saw it. They bought into it. They put the work into it, and it's been great. First of all, they're very talented, and all they needed was the time to mature and to grow up, and we're at that point right now. But when you have talented players, it makes things easier.
Your team has evolved a little bit too. I can remember when they were so young, you were just basically running the football and making handoffs and stuff. You're passing offense pretty much right now. I mean, your guy's the second leading passer in the CBC. Tell us about that, evolving of the offense there.
Well, when Will was a freshman, we had a couple games where we threw the ball a little bit more, and we could really tell that he could throw it. And so we saw the kids that were coming up. We saw Will as a quarterback. We saw the other quarterbacks in the program and realized that we're going to have an opportunity to be able to throw the football, and we're going to have some guys be able to throw the football too. So we went to work in terms of figuring out, okay, how are we going to transition and move into an offense, more of a spread type look, but still be able to run the football. And so we found a system we think fits our kids to a T. The kids are real comfortable in it. It's simple, and yet we're able to run it with a lot of ability and execute at a very high level. So I think that was the big thing, just finding a system that fit the talent of our kids.
7 wins this year. As you look back on these first 9 games, what's been your best game this year?
I don't think we've played our best game yet, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Certainly week 1 coming out and playing like we did with West Jeff was very important. I felt like the Graham game, our kids came out and were just lights out from the beginning. But I still think we can be better. I think we can execute better. I think our best football is still in front of us. We're still working towards that, every day. But, the thing that I've really been impressed with our kids in is there's been no letdown from week to week. We come in with the mantra of 1-0. This week is the most important game on our schedule. And that was, after we beat Graham and we knew things were going. Now we're in a situation where, we're playing Indian Lake, Ben Logan, Northwestern. 3 games that on paper I felt like we were the more talented team.
Mm-hmm.
So the main thing you want to make sure that you do is you take those teams seriously, you prepare for them, you do everything the right way, you don't look ahead in the schedule. And I think our kids did that and did a very good job with it. Because it would have been very easy to look ahead to week 10.
Yeah.
And they didn't do that, and they put the work in, and I was very proud of them for that.
I got to ask you, we talked about you guys taking your lumps. You had your fair share of running clocks over the last few years against you. You've been able to put a couple on a couple teams this year. It's got to feel a little good to do that.
It does. It validates what we were doing, and I think for the kids, they feel really good about what they're doing to be able to put points up like that and put points up quick. And I think once you get to that point, you want the running clock because you want to get the game over with and get on to the next week kind of thing. And, we've done a good job of finishing out games and doing that. But, yeah, it does feel good. It's a nice I'd much rather be in a position we're in this year than what we were prior.
What does this team do well?
This team prepares very well. They work. They put the work in. They have bought in and understand the concept of you win football games on what you do on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday as you prepare for Friday. They do a very good job of that. On the field on Friday nights, I think we play fast. Not only in terms of our tempo, but just in terms of the speed that we have at all positions, offensively and defensively. Our defense has been lights out, and it's because our scheme is the kids know what they're doing, they're well prepared, and they just play fast.
Now, I know you're a coach. You're going to find something you got to get better on. What do you have to do better?
Well, I think we've got to always, from the offensive standpoint, we want to protect the quarterback better. We took a big step last week. I don't think he got hit, much less sacked. But that's something we've got to do from game to game is we've got to protect our quarterback. And we can always work to do that. And I think we got to run the ball more effectively. There are times I've been disappointed in our run game. I think that's something that has to get better, especially as we're moving forward, starting Friday night.
You got a big game Friday. You got North Union. This is for the title, outright title for you guys if you win that. What do you see from North Union?
Well, they're going to be big. They're going to be physical. They run the wing tee. They've done a very good job of that. They've been in the league now, I think, 3 or 4 years, and have at least won, I think, or shared the past 3 titles. So, they're kind of the big dog on the block, and we're going to have to figure out a way to be able to compete with that physicality, match their physicality, make sure that we don't get blown off the ball on the line of scrimmage. That's going to be very important. They have a very good football player, Noah Davis, who's a Division I recruit, Big Ten football player.
Yep.
That they're going. They're going to count on him to win the football game, and we've got to make someone else in that team beat us.
Will you have any problem getting your team up for this game?
I don't think so. We've had very spirited practices this week. If this game doesn't get you excited, then you got a problem. I think our kids are going to be sky high. I think our community is excited about it. Our school's excited about it. It should be a special night at Hill Climber Stadium.
Yeah, have you seen a surge in attendance this year at games now?
Yeah, it has. It's been a pretty good atmosphere. I think we have one of the better high school atmospheres anyway in the state, just being kind of in the middle of town at the bottom of a hill, and there's no track around it. The stands are right there and everything. So it's really a cool place, I think, for a high school football game. And as you see more and more people coming out to the games, it's, we knew we would get to this point, and it's just gratifying to see us at that point.
Not only are you guys playing for a title on Friday night, but also, computer points. You want to host some playoff games.
Yeah, we want to, definitely host first round. Love to get in a point where we could host a second round game, but it's gratifying that we're being talked about in that position. We're in that position right now. It shows the hard work that's gone in, the perseverance, the overcoming adversity, all of those things that make our team what it is. But as I've told the kids, our focus is this Friday beating North Union. Then we'll worry about week 11 at that point.
Yeah. What makes you coach? Why are you a coach?
I love coaching. I love being around the kids. It keeps you young. I think that we have a role that's desperately needed in society today in terms of being mentors, leaders for young men, helping young men become men. I've told this team, we have a senior dinner tomorrow night, and I'll tell them again, the seniors then, yes, we're having on-the-field success. The success of this team will be shown years down the road by the type of husbands, fathers, men that they are in life. And that is, that's what we do this for. Yeah, we love football, love the X's and O's, love the challenge. We're competitors, all those things. But the most gratifying thing is, helping these guys become men, especially those guys that, may not have a father figure at home, may not have a male role model in their life. Our coaching staff, steps up and does that for a lot of our kids. I'm real proud of them. They're in it for all the right reasons, in it for the kids, and about producing the right outcome for them.
All right, Coach, let's bring in some guys here. We'll talk to some of your players here if we can get them over here on Chalk Talk. PeakofOhioTV.com. Big game Friday with Urbana. They're taking on North Union. We'll have that game on the Bowl, by the way. We'll be live on 106.9. Dave and Brandon will be calling that one as we bring some of the guys in here. Okay. All righty. Good evening.
Good evening.
And your name is, sir?
Rayvon Rogan.
Rayvon Rogan. Okay. Wide receiver?
Yes.
Running back? Slot?
Back. Yes, sir.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Okay, Rayvon. Senior?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Talk about the season. What have you thought of the season?
Season is great, and nobody thought we would be here in this position, but we all believed it. Our coaches believed it. The staff that helps our coaches believes it. Our community.
What has been different about this team this year than last year?
We all work together more now. We get closer together. Our bonds are closer, and the closer that we are, the better that we are.
What makes a good football player?
We live by a code that TPW, tough people win.
Okay.
Being mentally and physically tough in a football game can really help.
What do you like about playing football?
I love contact.
Okay.
I like playing with my brothers. Growing up with them in my brotherhood, playing with them through elementary all the way up through high school, it's a great experience.
Okay. You play defense too, right?
Yes, sir.
Is that where you like the hitting?
Oh, yeah.
All right. This season, what's been maybe one of your favorite highlights of the year?
One of my favorite highlights is just beating our rivalry, Graham. We crushed them.
You guys beat them good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a surprise, I thought. But you guys took it to them. That was a game that you were ready to roll.
Yeah, we were ready. Just like we're ready this week, too.
Ready against North Union. Okay. What do you have to do to beat North Union?
We got to stay focused, practice, and repeat the plays that they do, and get their plays down. They run a wing T offense and handle their physicality with our physicality.
They got a big running back there.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. He's going to be a load to bring down, too. As you look back now, you've been playing for a long time in football. What's it like to get to this point? I mean, you guys have taken a lot of losses.
It's great, but the learning experience is really great with the losses that we've taken the past 3 years, and we know how to cope and deal with the losses that we had this year. But it motivates us, and now that we're 7-2, just puts more edge on us with a chip on our shoulder. We want to do this.
Now, you're a senior, so have you thought about what you want to do after you graduate?
I want to go to college. I don't know what college I'm going to go to play football yet.
Okay.
But I want to go to college and do sports medicine.
Sports medicine and play some football in college.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck to you Friday night, by
Thank
the way, and congratulations on a great season.
Appreciate it.
All right. Who's next we got in here? That was Rayvon Rogan. And now, who do we have here now?
Will Donahoe.
Will Donahoe. All right, the QB.
Yep.
Going to be sitting down. He's had a really good year this year. Will is second in the CBC in passing yards, by the way, behind Tavion St. Clair over here at Bell Fountain.
Yep.
So, all right, Will, I got to ask you, first of all, what makes a good quarterback?
Just being able to make the right reads. Obviously, it takes a good offensive line to buy you time and good receivers to run the right routes and make good catches.
Okay. Well, wow, how about these receivers, too? Because I was down there a few weeks ago. You guys were playing Benjamin Logan, and, boy, there was some streaking going on down there. You
got some speed.
You're hitting some big passes.
Yeah.
Has it been that way all season?
We try to.
What makes a good quarterback to receiver duo?
Basically just chemistry. We try to stay after 10 minutes every practice and work on our chemistry with the routes and working on their hands, working on the throws.
Now, you've been playing QB for how long? All your high school career?
Oh, my high school career and junior high.
What are you doing better as a senior that you weren't doing the previous years?
I'm a junior, actually.
Are you a junior? Okay.
Yeah.
What have you been doing better as a junior than you were doing the previous years?
It's mainly just the line. They're giving me a good time this year. Receivers are making good catches.
How does a quarterback get better?
Just work in the off season.
You play basketball?
Yes.
Other
and
sports
baseball.
too? What's your favorite?
Baseball.
Baseball. Okay. What do you do?
But I like them all.
That's okay. What do you play in baseball?
Shortstop and pitcher.
All right. I figured if you're quarterback, usually that translates in the pitcher as well. So have you thought about your future? I know you're just a junior. You get a little bit of time, but what do you want to do when you get older here?
I want to go to college for sure. Probably baseball, but I'll take anything.
Sure. As long as they're paying for it too, right?
Yeah. Hopefully sports management. That's what I'm thinking right now.
Okay. Sports has been big in your life.
Yep.
What is it about sports that just gets you up every morning?
Just the competitive challenge that it brings each day and being able to do it with friends that I've been growing up with since my childhood.
Sure. Who've been your inspirations?
Probably my dad. He was a quarterback in high school also, and he was a walk-on at Miami.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. You guys talk a little strategy and stuff now, or?
Yep.
Okay, so he still coaches you up there a little bit.
He gives me some tips. Yep.
Gotcha. What is it going to take to beat North Union this week?
We just got to stay true to ourselves, and obviously they're a physical team, and we got to match their physicality.
Okay. All right, Will. Well, good luck to you. You've had a great season, and hopefully it lasts a little while longer too, all right?
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Who's next here? Chalk Talk. That's Will Donahoe. He's the quarterback here for Urbana. Urbana football here on Chalk Talk. Okay, sir, your name?
John Hildebrand.
Hildebrand. Okay, you are a wide receiver.
Yep.
All right. What grade?
I am a senior.
You're a senior. All right. So you've had some big games, a couple big games. So how do you get? I gotta ask. How do you get so open?
Just do what my coaches have told me to do. Run fast, run straight, read the DB, and take what they give me.
All right. When you say read the DB, what do you got to do?
I pretty much look at their alignment when I'm running at them. We have this mindset of we run a choice concept, and you do whatever they're going to let you do, pretty much.
Okay, so that's kind of a communication between you and the quarterback here. You're going to see. So if he sees one thing and you see another, then you're not on the same page.
Right.
Okay. So, like I said, I was at the game a few weeks ago when you guys played Benjamin Logan. You scored on some big plays. So what was their DB doing that you said, okay, I can get past this guy?
Pretty much. Once we get to about 10 yards, that's when we want to make our decision. And if they're too close to me, then I just keep going. And they were too close to me, so I just kept going.
They're not going to catch you then.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't, that's for sure. You had a big night that night. What's this season been like for you?
It's been a big jump since last year. Obviously, last year we were 2-8. This year we're 7-2, looking to move to 8-2 here. I mean, we're going to make the playoffs. Going to hopefully host a game, which is a huge thing for Urbana football. It's a huge turnaround, and just hope it keeps going.
Have you been playing your whole high school?
I have been playing my whole high school career.
Okay, so this has got to be a little sweeter now. I mean, seeing where you guys have come from.
Yeah, it's been difficult, but I'm glad we all stuck it out together, worked hard every day.
Has that created a little stronger bond that you went through? I mean,
we've had some guys decide to leave, but the guys have stuck with it. We're all here for each other. We push each other, make each other better every day, and that's why we're here.
Talk about your coaches here. What do they do? What are the things that you like that they do to get you guys ready to play football?
Doesn't matter who we're playing. Each week they're intense with us. They don't let us slack off in practice. They're persistent on making sure we do what we do and don't worry about what they do. As long as we stick to what we do, we're going to be just fine.
What is the best game that you guys have played this year, that you think?
Graham game, 100%. We went out there, left it all out there, didn't give them any hope whatsoever.
That's true. You put a running clock on those guys. Now, I was talking to your coach about this a little bit earlier. You guys have had your share of running clocks against you. Had to feel good to get a couple of those this year on some other teams.
100%, yeah. It's amazing. It's been happening to us for 3 years now, so we finally get to see what it feels like.
Yeah, you get out a little bit there. Okay. So what do you think takes to win against North Union Friday and win the league title?
Master physicality. I know the other guys have said that. They're on the wing tee. They're going to be physical. They're going to play hard the whole game. We got to play the entire game. Don't take a play off. Make sure everybody's doing their 1/11th, and we're going to be fine. Keep doing what we're doing. Okay. All right.
Well, that's who. We got one left? Two left. Okay. Chalk Talk here with Urbana football on PeakofOhioTV.com. Alrighty, sir. Your name is?
Landon Key.
Landon Key. All right,
Yes,
Landon,
sir.
where do you play?
Wide receiver and strong safety.
Wide receiver and strong safety.
Yes,
You prefer offense or defense?
Defense, definitely.
Play defense.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
What is it about defense that you like?
I like having the opportunity in my hands to stop you from making good plays.
Okay. What makes a good defensive guy?
Flying around. You need to fly around and make plays. Do whatever you can to stop the other person.
Okay. What grade are you?
I'm a senior.
You're a senior too.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Favorite memory for you over the last 4 years?
I love our summer camps that we go to as a team, just because we bond together and spend time together and just create that chemistry that we need for the upcoming season.
What is it about football you talk to so many people, they just love playing football. What is it about it?
I mean, coaches always say it, but it's the brotherhood. We always stick together. It just feels like a family, and I think that's what is helping us win this year.
Okay. What do you think's been your best game, maybe for you personally this year?
Me personally, probably the Kenton Ridge game.
And why so?
I feel like I had a lot more of an impact offensively against Kenton Ridge.
Okay.
And also I stepped up on defense a lot, made
Okay.
good tackles.
You remember what you did offensively that game?
I should have had a couple touchdowns, but due to penalties, I got called back.
Oh, I got
That's
you.
all right.
And what do you want to do when you're out of school?
Definitely want to go to college. I'm undecided, maybe sports medicine, maybe marketing, but I do want to play sports in college.
Play sports too. And now you're a multi-sport guy too,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
Play some basketball?
Basketball, track, and I also do soccer.
Oh, you do soccer?
Yes, sir.
Now how does that work?
Well, football's my primary, and then when we don't have football, I just go to soccer.
Okay, so are you still playing in soccer?
Our season just ended Monday.
Okay, so you're out of the tournament
Yes,
then.
sir. Got to get ready for playoffs.
100%
Yes,
focused
sir.
on football right
Yes,
now.
sir.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, we got one more guy in here.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for being on with us.
Thanks for having me.
And congratulations on a great season.
Thank you.
All right, one more guy here on Chalk Talk. And, all right, who's our final guy here?
Michael Holland.
Michael Holland. Okay, what position you play, Michael?
I play pistol, which is like a hybrid linebacker safety.
Gotcha. Okay, and you are what grade?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior. All right. All right, so you're big position on the field then.
Yeah.
What makes a good, hybrid, as you say? What makes a good one out there on the field?
Well, our main job is just to kind of set the edge, push. They're trying to get to the edge. We push them in and let guys like Ray Vaughn take care of them. So we have an important job to just make sure that the integrity of our defense stays strong.
Okay. Are you the guy that's calling the plays out there on the field, or who's doing that?
That's mostly Ray and John, but
Okay.
we all communicate. That's key.
Communication big out there, especially
Yeah.
on defense, right?
100%.
Right. What's been your favorite highlight of the season?
I mean, guys have talked about it, but definitely Graham. It's good to get him back because we've had some hard moments over the past few years, and beating our rival like that was awesome.
Yeah, they are a big rival, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What makes them a big rival? Is it proximity so close, or?
Yeah, we like to call them the dirty birds, the dirty dirt farmers. We just kind of always had a hatred for them, so it's nice to get them back this year.
Okay, I gotcha. What do the coaches do that you like?
I like that they believe in us. Like they'll never make it seem like the moment's too big for us. They always encourage us to come out and get ours and attack like we have a chip on our shoulder, because we've taken our licks the past few years, and this year it's all about going and getting ours.
Is there one or two players that you think about maybe in the league or a non-league game that you played, you're like, man, I can't wait to face that guy?
Definitely next year I want to take it out on some of the Kenton Trail guys, because we've been hearing about how we can't compete with those guys, and we're making the move over there. So
yes.
A couple guys like St. Clair for Bell Fountain, it'd be nice to get a taste of him, see what he's all about.
Okay.
And Cameron Jewell from Jonathan Alder, he's a big name.
Big running back.
So it'll be cool to see how we stick up together.
That's right. Yeah, you guys go to the Kenton Trail next year. So you get to renew that rivalry with Bell Fountain, too, which used to be a pretty big game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as you look at these guys standing here and the rest of your team, what is it about them that just makes you guys so tight? What is it about the team?
I mean, we've all been together for, since we were really little, and we've just stuck it out together and been a family.
If you're in the halls at school or something and somebody says, I'm thinking about playing football, what do you tell them?
100% come join the team. We don't, even if you're not really an athlete or whatever, we need bodies to come be a part of the family, come play scout team, just have a good time with us and keep the morale high. We need anybody that we can get, because you won't regret it, and we love having you.
You get a big roll Friday night. There's a big running back that's going to be coming through. What's it going to take to stop this guy?
11 hats to the ball. Silver bullets, we got to fly and take him down. It's not going to take one guy. It's going to take everybody.
Okay. All right, Urbana's taking on North Union Friday night. That'll be the regular season finale. They win that game. They win the CBC Mad River outright. And that's a big, big game. Then they'll be off to the playoffs, too. We'll be following you guys on 106.9 The Bull, that's for sure. So, all right, we're going to wrap up Chalk Talk here. Guys, thank you very much, and congratulations on a great season, by the way. And there's one more to go for you in the regular season, that's for sure. All right, Urbana football here on Chalk Talk tonight. That's going to wrap us up. Thanks to Coach Loudon and West Liberty-Salem, also Coach Hughes, Benjamin Logan Soccer, Coach Cotner, and the guys here for Urbana football. More next week from Ron's Pizza of Bell Fountain. I'm Chad Wilkinson saying so long.
Weekend should be for relaxing, and that means no cooking. Check out what's hot at Ron's Pizza in Bell Fountain. On top of pizzas, they have subs, sandwiches, salads, and lots of sides like breadsticks, garlic cheese bread, pickle chips, beer battered onion rings, loaded fries, and more. Check out a specialty pizza this weekend. Ron's Pizza is ready to cook for you. Call 292-7775 or stop by and dine in on South Main Bell Fountain. See more and a menu online at Ron's Pizza's Facebook page.
Hello, Benjamin Logan community. I'm Deputy Rick Herring. Along with my colleagues, Deputies Matt Robinson and Neil Rhodes, I'm very excited to be a part of the new day here at Benjamin Logan. The three of us have been entrusted with helping keep your children safe, and it's a responsibility we all take seriously. The year is off to a great start, so let's keep it going. Be kind, be safe, and be proud to be a Raider.
Benjamin Logan, more than a school, a community.